Hello, this is Sirius Black, signing on with a Padfoot update. I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. So, it's been a while. I was gonna do something for Halloween, but, it's no fun being alone on Halloween when it is easily the most important day of the year as a Marauder. It is like Marauders' Christmas, really. So what I did is, I stayed at home. I couldn't really do anything without James and Remus. It was pathetic. I don't even know. I think I might have died. It was pathetic. So, to make it up to you, I'm going to tell a story. I'm going to tell a story that, a certain werewolf does not want me to tell you. Just saying. Just saying. So, I believe it was first year, and, we were on the train, James and I, we were on the train, and I think Peter was there too. Can't be sure if I had met him yet, or I don't know if that was later. I don't know, I can't remember. I don't really pay attention to him, really. Don't tell him I said that. But no, James and I, we were sitting on the train, and we were having a grand old time. We were, talking about Quidditch, talking about, what sort of magic we already knew, talking about, what houses we were going to be in. I thought I was going to be in Slytherin, to be honest, because of family and all of that that drama, and James knew he was going to be in Gryffindor. He's a Gryffindor type, really, and so he and I were minding our own business, just talking, and all of a sudden we hear this boom, and this guy, he's got his nose in a book, like so, and he's got his nose in a book, and he has rammed right into the door of the compartment, and we are just like, oh, is he okay? Is he okay? Is he like hurt? Is he wounded? Is he going to be okay? I don't know why he was walking about on the train with his nose in a book when the train was moving, mind you. And we're like, mate, are you okay? And he doesn't say anything. He keeps his nose in the bloody book, and he keeps walking off. And we're like, okay. And so we kind of just keep going, and then we get to Hogwarts. And I don't see this guy. I don't see him. I think he's still on the train. I think he's still on the train with his bloody nose in a bloody book. And I'm just like, has anyone seen this guy? And no one has. They don't even know who I'm talking about. I'm just like, okay. And so, I get sorted into Gryffindor. Happy day. I still remember the glares of my cousins on front, in the Gryffindor table. That was glorious. So I get sorted into Gryffindor, and so does James. Where he's like, yeah. And so he goes down the line, and then the bloke with the book, he gets called up, and of course, he gets sorted into Gryffindor. I'm just like, what are the odds? I am going to make a great new friend. And so he sits down. He sits down next to me, and I look at him, and I'm like, "Is your face okay?" Apparently, this was not even a remotely good question to ask, because he had these little scars on his face right here, just three of them, and he looks at me. And he says, "Yes, my face is fine." And I'm like, "Excuse me, I am honestly concerned about your face because you smashed it against the glass door." So he's like, sod off, and he picks himself up, and he storms out, and I'm just like, what did I ever do to you? And so that was the end of that. And I didn't really talk to him much. you know, a couple of days later, I kind of noticed he was sitting alone, and the good person that I am, I invite him to join our little group. You know, we offered the great honor to be our friend. I asked him, would you like to be friends with James Potter and Sirius Black? Namely me. And James agrees. James agreed. And we're like, okay. You know, so I go up to him and I'm like, Lupin, I cordially invite you to become a Marauder. And do you want to know what he said to me, to my face? He said, no. He said no. He said, I do not want to be a Marauder, whatever that means. And I was like, I'm insulted because being a Marauder is so much. It means so much more than what he thought it was. And you know what? He thanked me later. So, fast forward, you know, about a week or two, and I noticed that a certain Remus Lupin is missing from class. He was never late or missing from class, and we're just like, you know, we being me and James, we are fairly concerned. And, you know, I find him in the hospital wing, shredded and sick. And I'm just like, you look terrible, mate. And again, he says, sod off. And I'm like, no. Because you know what friends do? Friends care for each other. That is what they do. So I kind of drag him along after that. Kind of drag him along to, you know, be with James and I and Peter and we have a great time. You know, Remus is shy. You know, he doesn't really do much. He doesn't participate in all of the glorious, you know, first pranks that James and I unleash on the not-so-poor Slytherins because they totally deserved it. So I don't really know how it happened, really. I don't really know how Remus kind of became integrated fully into being a Marauder. It was kind of a gradual thing, really. But, you know, I liked his presence. It was nice having him around because he was able to get us out of a lot of trouble with McGonagall. And that woman. Whew! That woman. So, that is how Remus and I met. Not really sure this was the story I wanted to tell, really. But that is how it happened. That's how it happened. I swear by the honest truth. Padfoot's honour. And don't let anyone else tell you differently, because I'm right. I'm always right. I am Sirius Black. I'm always right. So, hope you enjoyed the story. I guess that's all for tonight. It's just Sirius Black with a Padfoot update and Mischief Managed.